Everyone defines a mid-market company a little bit differently, but at a very high level, if you're selling to organizations that have over 50, over 100 employees and there's multiple stakeholders, then this video is for you. I'm going to walk you through the typical B2B mid-market sales process so you can reverse engineer for your own organization and really make a lot of progress on getting some repeatability out of your sales process. Let's dive right in. Now, for mapping out a sales process, we use a tool called the Sales Process Designer, and I'm going to go through an example in this video here. And the example is going to be for a mid-market organization. So if you're selling to multiple stakeholders and you really want to get clarity around what steps are required so you can track your sales process and better understand what works and what doesn't work, then you're going to want to do this for your own organization. The example I'll share with you is going to be a fairly simple mid-market sale. I can tell you from my experience, sometimes they get a bit more complicated. Sometimes they're even simpler than this. Either way, I encourage you to really spend the time and think through this for your own organization. Now, in this mid-market sale, we have 3 deal stages here. The first one is the discovery stage. This is where we're diving deep. We're doing a discovery call, learning more about that organization, the problem they're experiencing, and what they need to do to really solve that problem. After the discovery, there's a certain criteria that needs to be met before we move it into the next stage. That criteria is what we call exit criteria. And in this example, here's what it looks like. The first one is that the discovery call was conducted. The second exit criteria is that a demo was scheduled. Assuming those 2 things are true, we can move that deal into the next stage of our sales process, which is the demonstration stage. This is really where we're demonstrating our product, how it works to our main decision makers. Sometimes you have to do more than 1 demo. Other times you just need to do 1. In this example here, we have 1 demo and 1 technical review. That technical review might be with someone else on the team that isn't your main point of contact, but will help you get the information you need to be able to customize a demo for their environment. This may or may not be relevant for you, but a lot of mid-market sales require some level of customization, and there's some technical component that makes it a little bit more complicated for them to purchase. So this may be a requirement for that sales cycle. Either way, whether you require it for every single deal or not, if a percentage of your deals require an extra meeting or an extra step under one of your deal stages of your sales process, you should outline it here. Note that it's not always required, but you better have it mapped out so your sales reps know that sometimes this is a part of the process. So in this case, we have the technical review and we have 1 demonstration, and we look at the exit criteria here. The demonstration is conducted. The technical review is conducted if it's needed. The prospect indicates that your solution meets their needs, and then the next step is scheduled. If we didn't schedule the next step, then we're not moving it into the next stage. That's really important. All exit criteria items, unless they're an optional one like technical review in this example, need to be met before moving the deal stage. If not, then you're not getting clean information on where the drop off is in your own sales process. Now, as you can see here, the final stage is evaluating. This is where the prospect is evaluating your solution as a real solution to the problem, whether they want to move forward with it or not. And in this example, there's only 1 step that's required under that evaluating stage of their sales process, and that's the pricing call. You meet with the prospect, you go over pricing, you go over the proposal, the contract, whatever it is for you, and you get a decision. This is essentially a closing call. Now, what happens from here? We either close a deal or we don't. And the next step in order to move this into close 1 is we have a contract signed. Pretty simple at that point. So that was a very simple mid-market sale. Like I said, you're going to choose which stages belong in your own sales process and also what steps are required within each one of those stages. It may look very complicated. It may look very, very simple. It just totally depends on your organization, the product that you sell, who you sell to, and the industry that you sell into. When you have this mapped out and you have a clear understanding of each of the different stages and what's required or sometimes required in each one of those stages, then you have everything you need to be able to look at your sales process at a high level and determine where are the bottlenecks that's really preventing us from making progress with specific deals and moving more prospects into close 1. And that's all I have for you. So hopefully you found that valuable. If you did, hit the thumbs up button, comment if you have any questions. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.